Hello students, good morning to all. In earlier class, we discussed about allosomal recessive disorder, and today's class we are going to discuss about one more allosomal recessive disorder, that is hemophilia. So earlier we discussed allosomal recessive X-linked disorder, that is color blindness. So this is also allosomal recessive X-linked disorder, that is hemophilia, right? Hemophilia is one of the one more example for allosomal recessive X-linked disorder. So let us start. So hemophilia, first point, this is also allosomal recessive X-linked disorder. Second point, in this disease, a single protein, that is a part of cascade of proteins that are involved in blood clotting, is affected. So in this disease, a single protein, that is a part of cascade of proteins that are involved in blood clotting, is affected. So earlier we discussed there is a blood clotting process. So natural blood clotting process, when blood clotting takes place in our body, whenever the injury happens and from the injury the blood is coming outside, at that time the natural blood clotting process takes place. The natural blood clotting process takes place by the cascade of the protein system. So different types of factors are presented inside the body. So cascade chain process, all the proteins are which are presented in the body, those are in inactive stage. When injury happened and blood comes outside, then what happens? All the inactive factors are converted into active and the blood coagulation, the blood clotting process is initiated, right? So hemophilia means the cascade of the proteins, in the chain of the proteins, one of the protein is affected, then one protein also affected, then what happens? The blood clotting process is not occurs properly. That condition is called hemophilia, right? Understood? Second point, in this disease, a single protein, that is a part of cascade of proteins that are involved in blood clotting, is affected. Okay, right. Next, third point, this is also bleeder's disease, as in these patients, even due to minor injuries, blood oozes continuously, leading to the loss of blood, even death sometimes. So what happens to the hemophilia patients? So for the hemophilia patients, this is also called bleeder's disease. Bleeding means the blood comes outside from the injury. Bleeder's disease, as in these patients, even due to minor injuries, in the minor injuries also the blood oozes continuously from the injury, leading to the loss of blood, even death sometimes. For the hemophilia patients, the natural blood clotting process is not occurs, otherwise it is very slow. uh, Before that the person get lost the blood and obviously death also takes place. Okay, right. Fourth point, hemophilia was first observed in Queen Victoria family. This is also called a royal disease because it is very common in the royal families of Europe. So this hemophilia is also called Bleeder's disease, and hemophilia was first observed in Queen Victoria family. In Queen Victoria family in the Europe, first observed in the Queen Victoria family, so that it is called a royal disease. So that is royal family. Queen Victoria family is nothing but royal family. So this disease is called a royal disease. Why hemophilia is called a royal disease? Because it is first observed in Queen Victoria family. Okay, and it is very common in the royal families of Europe, right? Okay, so that only it is called as a royal disease. Next one, the gene for hemophilia developed as a recessive mutant in Queen Victoria. So gene for hemophilia developed as a recessive mutant in Queen Victoria. In Queen Victoria families, this type, what type of the disorder this is? Allosomal recessive. Allosomal also X-linked recessive disorder. Okay, right. Next, sixth point, carrier female appear normal. So as like that, as earlier we discussed in the color blindness, so carriers are unaffected, normal people, carrier female appear normal. So carrier males are there in X-linked, not there. Okay. Next, carrier female appear normal. Possibility of hemophilic female is extremely rare. Hemophilic females are extremely rare, means affected females are extremely rare. What is the reason? Because her mother, affected females means what? One X chromosome from mother and one X chromosome from the father. So both also should be affected, then only there is a chance for affected females are there. Otherwise, one mother is a carrier and father is affected, then only affected daughters are there. But affected females are very rare. The reason is because her mother has to be carrier and father should be hemophilic. Compulsory father is affected, then only possible affected females, daughters are there in X-linked chromosome, right? We discussed in the color blindness. But here what happens? Fathers unavailable in the later age of life. For example, one male person, one son got the hemophilia. He is unable to live up to the adulthood. In the childhood only deaths are takes place, means in the below or 10 years or 12 years only death takes place. Compulsory maximum 99% deaths are takes place for males, those who are suffering for hemophilia. So that only they are not unable to reach us up to adulthood, so that the affected fathers are not available. Then affected fathers are not there, then there is unable to production of what? Affected daughters. You understood or not? Clear? So again, sixth point, carrier female appear normal. Possibility of hemophilic female is extremely rare because her mother has to be carrier. So mother compulsory carrier and father should be affected. Then only there is a chance for affected daughters. But in this case, what happens? Hemophilic males unable to live, unable to reach us up to the adulthood. In the childs only, the persons will die. Who will die? The hemophilic males will die. Okay, so that there is very rare. So carrier females are available. Normally, carrier females are available. For carrier female with normal male, then again carrier daughters are forms. But affected daughters is very rare. Okay. Question number next point, seventh point. Hemophilic male suffer with severe loss of blood through wounds and sometimes die because of this. So hemophilic male, why he is unable to reach us up to adulthood? What is the reason? Hemophilic male suffer with severe loss of blood through wounds and sometimes die because of this, right? So that only he is unable to reach us adulthood. So it is not possible for affected males and also not possible for affected females also, right? So eighth point. So hemophilia, two different types: hemophilia A, hemophilia B, based on proteins mutated in that cascade of the blood clotting process. So based on the proteins mutated, there is two different types of hemophilia, that is hemophilia A and hemophilia B. Hemophilia A is severe form, hemophilia B is mild form, right? So hemophilia A causes by the eighth factor affected. Eighth factor is affected, and hemophilia B is caused by ninth factor is going to be affected. Understood or not? So we discussed already earlier, there is 13 factors are involved in the blood clotting process. If some of the factors are affected, then complete cascade of the blood clotting process is affected. So blood clotting is not takes place properly for hemophilia persons as like normal persons. Until this clear, right? Once again I am revising. So hemophilia, this is also allosomal recessive X-linked disorder. So hemophilia is one of the example for allosomal recessive X-linked disorder, right? Second point, in this disease, a single protein, that is a part of cascade of proteins that are involved in blood clotting, is affected. So one protein is affected means what? A complete chain is affected in the blood clotting process. Okay. Third point, this is also called bleeder's disease. This is hemophilia, also called bleeder's disease. As in these patients, even due to minor injuries, blood oozes continuously, leading to the loss of blood, even death sometimes. So in the minor injuries also, the blood comes outside, the blood oozes continuously, and the person will get loss of the blood, and obviously what happens? Death also takes place sometimes. And fourth point, hemophilia was first observed in which family? Queen Victoria family, so that it is called royal disease. Why it is called royal disease? Because of it is first observed in Queen Victoria family of Europe, right? Okay, because it is very common in royal families of Europe. Okay, right. Next one, the gene for hemophilia developed as a recessive mutant in Queen Victoria. So it is a recessive mutant in Queen Victoria. Obviously, it is a type of allosomal recessive disorder. So recessive gene, it is going to be mutated, then hemophilia is takes place. Okay, sixth point, carrier females are appear normal carrier females are appearing, right? So affected females and affected males are extremely rare, right? Possibility of hemophilic female is extremely rare. What is the reason? Her mother has to be carrier. For affected female, her mother has to be carrier, and father has to be affected hemophilic, but affected fathers are not available. What is the reason? Because of the fathers are not available later age of life, means before the persons, the males are affected males, before reaching of adulthood only they will die. So that only affected males are not available. When affected males are not there, then obviously there is affected daughters also not available. So that only affected females are extremely rare given. Sometimes there is a chance for they are reaching up to, males are reaching up to adulthood, then there is affected male, the normal carrier person, carrier female, then there is a chance for affected female, but extremely rare because of death cases, more chance for death cases. Understood or not? Right, try to understood the sixth point, it's the most important, right? Okay, seventh point, hemophilic male suffers with a severe loss of blood through wounds, and sometimes due to die also takes place because of this, right? In the small wounds also the death is takes place for hemophilic males. Okay, so hemophilia is two different types, hemophilia A and hemophilia B. So hemophilia A is very severe form, hemophilia B is mild form. Hemophilia A, because of the mutation takes place in the 8th factor, and hemophilia B is the mutation takes place in the 9th factor of a blood clotting process. After this clear, hope all of you understood, right? And one more point here, just try to make the pedigree analysis for allosomal recessive traits. Just make it so as per mother and father. So sons and daughter, those are carriers or affected or unaffected or normal. Based on that, in earlier class we discussed color blindness, x dot affected, x dot x carriers, xy and normal. Based on that, so just assume that 4 progenies or 5 progenies and make it, and try to practice pedigree analysis for allosomal recessive disorders, right? Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.